Peace, peace, peace. Check 1, 2. Let's get something straight from the jump. Silent doesn't mean surrender. Staying out doesn't mean we selling out. Today we talking about why many of us, FBA, foundational Black Americans, are not publicly inserting ourselves into immigrant politics. And why you don't see a lot of us FBA's resistance to ICE. And before anybody gets emotional, let me say this clearly. This is anti-immigrant. This is not pro-ICE, but this is about our strategy. Black Americans, we have a very unique and specific historical claim in this country, a lineage-based claim. And every time that claim gets diluted, redirected, or folded into somebody else's crisis, we lose ground. We've learned sometimes the hard way that not every fight is our fight. And not every movement pays us back for the blood, energy, and political capital we invest. So when people ask why isn't the FBA louder, or why aren't Black Americans on the front line of this issue, the answer ain't fear. The answer is wisdom. You don't charge head first into every fire, especially when history shows that we the only ones who get burnt and then forgotten when the smoke clears. But today, we're going to break down the why, the politics, the history, and the uncomfortable truths that people don't like to say out loud. Because grown folks don't move on emotion, they move on priorities. This is strategy. In fact, this is survival. No, 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 no. This is the OG Wisdom Podcast. Salute, family. Gutter, when you're ready, brother, give me the thumbs up. Peace, peace, peace. Give a shout out to our sister K Fighter, who will be joining us later on. Our sister Aruba 927, always holding us down. Our
What's
brother
crack?
Seven Fitness.
Yeah,
Seven
what's good?
Fitness, salute to you. And we be incomplete without the number one hater, our brother New York in the house.
Hate.
You already know.
Don't be late for your hate.
Yeah. Gutter, what's the word, bro?
What's cracking, homie?
I can't call it. We see a lot of resistance going on around the country. A lot of people are fighting with ICE, and a lot of people are pro-immigration and wonder, like, where are the Black Americans in this whole thing? And we've learned from all the fights that we've been in that we be going out there, we get our bumps and bruises, but then once everything happens, we get the short end of the stick. Meanwhile, people attach themselves to our history, our story, and act as if they was on the side, riding side by side with us, whether it was our enslavement, whether it was Jim Crow laws, Reconstruction, civil rights, shit, the Harlem Renaissance, even the glorious things we do. People act if they were by our side, but we know that's not true. So we're not letting people jack our conversation, jack our talking points, and then act like we the ones selling out because we ain't jumping out there head first with people. But what's your take on why Black Americans are quiet on all that's going on?
Because we always been on Black Americans, FBAs have always been on the front of any movement against oppression.
That is
And
a fact.
always told white people that are here, white people that come over here, non-white people, and of course, most importantly, the Black people that come from elsewhere. You know what I mean? We done told everybody. Then it just shows, like, I think the last election like fed it up. It was already a movement, but like the last election was the last straw. You know what I'm saying? Because we sat there and was telling people, it's like, yo, look what this dude is saying. Whether you voted or not, we knew he wasn't the dude.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Whether you like, that's what I'm saying, whether you engaged in the voting process or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Black Americans overall, for the most part, knew he wasn't the dude.
Well, I knew he was coming back too.
No, but we knew he wasn't. He wasn't. We know he knew he is what he is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He a grifter, white supremacist, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The scam artist and all that. We knew that.
Yeah.
And then the other communities that we've been telling for all these years took what we were saying and disregarded it.
It's funny you say that.
And once they
I got it.
disregarded it, yeah, they disregarded it, but this is from forever. They've been disregarding it because they proximity to whiteness. No matter how dark you is, if you're an immigrant, there's a proximity to whiteness because they know you're not Black American. So when you follow the power structure, that means that you fighting against us, and we got our own kind. You know what I'm saying? That could, because like me and you had a conversation earlier about how so many in our community got the nerve to say shit of like black on black crime. Like crime is not a proximity to poverty. You know what I'm saying? So we in the social structure where that's always going to be that, but then we have these people that come here and repeat the same things that the white supremacists are repeating.
Right.
And believe
talking points.
And believe that and believe this, just like we have our own that believe these white supremacist viewpoints, talking points. You know what I'm saying? So we already get on our own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So Gutter, let me ask you a question real quick. Right? Because we also know that we got some solid immigrants in our community. Some of them are in our family.
Some of them is our heroes.
Right.
Got to remember, Malcolm X's mother was from Grenada. Marcus Garvey was from Jamaica. Like, these is people that in our communities we have streets named after.
Dr. Ben,
Sheikh Anta Diop, Sheikh Anta Diop. So these Tony is people Martin, that these are people that we Toussaint Louverture, Dessalines, Duddy Bookman, Sister, like for those that do know certain history, Sister Nancy in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like we champion these people because we know they were fighting against white supremacy. That's the thing that we understood. So we blanketed blackness in that. Right. And where others didn't blanket blackness and came over here and then fed into all the Western media stereotypes of us, you know what I'm saying? And separate and other themselves, even though when you come over here, you're naturally a other. If you're not white, you're naturally a other. I don't care how you think. You naturally a other. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, in the media, they already get a negative connotation of us.
What's some of the things you would tell the immigrant people in terms of why we're not getting involved to help them understand?
Like I said, we like this is since 65, my nigga. So we've been telling immigrant communities from all over, whether they be Vietnamese, Laotian, Hispanic, you know what I mean? Any of the people coming from the Spanish speaking countries, everybody that were not white, we were telling them, you not white. Don't get shit fucked up. You not white.
But then they'll follow the white liberals, and with that proximity, they'll adopt those.
Either way, on either side, they follow the power structure. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So as they follow the power structure, then you diametrically opposed to Black Americans right there.
Right. Because that power structure has always been the bane of our existence.
Exactly.
So our history is always steeped in resistance against them trying to enforce
against the power structure.
And,
so what happens is once you try to assimilate to the power structure, what makes you automatically, because most immigrant communities, they look for funding for their community. They don't think about the broader picture when we do.
Right. And that's why we're stepping back. Because we always look out for everybody.
Exactly. Now we're going to allow you to get a full understanding, you know what I'm saying, of what this shit is. Now, you got to remember the Somalis, they no matter how much they want to say they don't identify as Black, in the power structure, you a nigga. We talking about this power structure. We don't give a fuck what you identify with anywhere else. Within this power structure, you are a nigga. So that's where we got to be beware. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're going to start asking any Black person, you know what I'm saying?
And trying to make them the voice.
Yeah.
Black Americans.
No. They try to what they'll do. They target Black people too, Black Americans. So that's what we got to be aware with and stand on out. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, you got to remember, ICE are not police officers, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck is you asking me about my ID or anything? That's where we got to push back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better learn. Y'all learn because now it's just racial profiling now. That's what we are against.
Yeah. You and this went on during our enslavement. During our enslavement, you had to prove that you had permission to be outside.
Exactly.
Your papers.
So that's what, that's why I push back. But we're not protesting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going out in the streets and put it like this. We protesting. Don't get it twisted. We are protesting, but in our way. We're not getting out in the streets and be the shield for anybody else anymore.
Gutter, did you see the video where the Black guy was outside protesting with the Venezuelan people and they told him get out of here? He was a nigga.
No.
I'm gonna see if I can find that video.
Where was this at?
I forget which state. I forget the state, but there were the people of Venezuela was protesting. And this is what we mean. Though these people are not white, they're still anti-Black. We got to be mindful. And this is one of the reasons why we're not outside protesting with everybody.
And for the most
everybody
part,
don't rock with us.
Not even just Black, anti-Black. They for the most part, even anti-Black American. Because you have the Blacks from those cultures that would say, well, I'm Black, but I ain't that kind of Black. Right. I'm with you.
Or like comedian Rasheed Wallace.
I'm with the La Raza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Black. I'm with the La Raza. I'm
Black,
not.
But you Black like this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's bring our sister on the platform. Peace, sis. What's the word?
What's happening, dear brothers? How y'all doing today?
Peace.
Everything smooth as lotion. How you feeling, sis?
Good. I mean, yesterday was Verizon outage. Now today is Optimum. I tell you, I don't know what's going on.
With the communications.
Yes.
But sis, earlier Gutter he was making a point earlier in the show, and he and I had an offline conversation. And it's so funny how everything be in sync, because then you sent me a video too. And I wanted to wait till you got here before I play the video. It speaks to what something Gutter was saying, and I want you to give it some context also.
And they've always been right. And if we could push aside, the Latino community, we could push aside our racism, our colorism, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. because they have been warning us about what's going on, and your empathy was not there for the Black community. It wasn't. So now that it's happening to us, now you get it. Now you see where they're coming from. Now you see the similarities. And I really hope that there comes a time where my people truly wake up, because the Black community is fucking strong. They're smart. They have learned their history, and they tried to tell us. They tried to teach us. Black women have tried to tell us. 92%ers tried to fucking tell us. Granted, I listened. My ears were open, but a lot of my Latino community was like, okay. And I truly hope that, yes, it sucks that we are here and that things are so ugly, but I hope that we are learning and we're growing, and it's okay to be wrong and to admit it and to try to do better next time. Next time we vote, next time something happens to somebody who is part of the Black community, because now we know what the fuck it feels like.
They still don't know what it feels like. They still don't know what it feels like, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we've been telling y'all all this time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, first of all, they got to root that shit out in their countries as well. You know what I'm saying? They got to root out the anti-Blackness within their own country. And then once they get an understanding, because most of this shit, a lot of them, it come from ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It come from motherfuckers not knowing our true history. You know, that's the same thing with our cousins in the diaspora. They don't understand our history until a little bit of it start happening to him. All they getting is the post-slavery part.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the only that's the mode, and that's like 60s and 70s shit. Y'all not even getting early 1900s, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all getting late 1900s type of shit.
Yeah. But Sister Keisha, I want to get our sisters take on that video. And what made you send it, sis? Because me and Gutter just had the conversation right before you sent it.
So I sent it because I thought what the topic was, and I thought it may be useful. But even in that video, she talks about, you know, we tried to warn them again and again, but however, she said maybe we need to vote, you know, but that tells me you're still not listening. Because to offer that commentary, you know that we are abstaining from the vote until we get what's rightfully due us. And so instead of her saying that, in my opinion, she should have advocated that support Black Americans in their fight for lineage-based reparations. That should have been her reply. And I'm speaking to all of the diaspora and any supporters. You know, that is our goal right now.
That should be a main, I know exactly what you're saying. That should be a main sticking point. Whatever you say, I support Black Americans or foundational Black Americans, however they want to say it. But I support, you know, the Black Americans in their fight for reparations. Just like we would say, like we say the same thing, like, all right, when we
speak, like free South Africa, free Palestine, free Libya.
That's what I'm saying. You got to remember, bro, like Stetsasonics had a song about Angola, my nigga.
Yep.
Right. Free South Africa. Yeah.
Free South, like he's named up all the joints that was still within colonial wars. And this is the 80s, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We always push for them to break out of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Even when we talking about our brothers and sisters that became corrupted by white supremacy, that use the Pan-African talking points, get their people and rob their people.
Right. Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? We even speak on that. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So we always been on that time, and we always, because we understood that all the other systems was based off of our system.
Yeah.
Nazi Germany, apartheid system.
Yep. So how America's getting so successful.
The two most major joints that people have been talking about human suffering within the last 100 years has been based off of this government treatment of us. So that's our experience of knowing that it got spread from Europe here and here spread out even more. Whether it's
around the world.
Whether it's to the Spanish speaking country, where that got implemented with Spain a long time ago, but it got reinforced. America reinforced the white supremacist viewpoints around the world. We understood that. Us here understood that, but the other people didn't see it because we have no choice but to be politically astute.
Right.
We're not saying that those other people, you didn't have some people that were as politically astute and knew what it is. Because like I said, I just named off all the heroes we had from outside of
the US,
the United States. You know what I'm saying? That knew what we went through.
Fighting them colonial powers.
Yeah.
Everywhere they saw them. Yeah.
And that's why they had to come here. Because they knew we had a fight that wasn't like everybody else's.
Yeah, our fight is unique.
Everybody else was the majority in their country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when they saw our fight, they like, how the fuck they come from that to this? You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, emancipation, 1860 something. These people were coming in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This is just a few and far between. You know what I'm saying? And saw like, God damn, like how the fuck did they go from this to having colleges and all of this shit? You understand? You understand what I'm saying? It's a different dynamic because we were and are still behind enemy lines. All of you motherfuckers got the enemy on you. And then when you got him off you, he still was able to sliver his way in and control y'all politics. When we were seeing that, y'all didn't pay us no attention. We telling y'all it was other people in the diaspora and on the continent that was speaking to that, but it wasn't in mass like it is in mass in the United States.
Well, I want Sister Keisha to pick up what you just put down, because in Garvey's book, he talks about that. He talks about going to all these places and nobody having race consciousness like Black Americans. Sis, you want to pick up what Gutter just put down? Your mic is muted.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, that's very, very important. Because, when you say, excuse me, that we have heroes and sheroes from abroad, we have to understand exactly what it is that you idolize them for, right? Now, my respect for Garvey, I'm sure, is pretty much different from the majority who idolize him. When he first got here, he wrote a piece and recited it in January 1917 in Chicago in the Champion magazine. And it was titled, "The Negroes of the West Indies Have Been Sleeping for 78 Years and Are Still Under the Spell of Rip Van Winkle." And he talks about, he was in the U.S. for 8 months, and it was his mission coming here was to raise funds to help him with his organization, the Universal Negro Improvement Association of Jamaica. It wasn't a global thing. At least in his mind, it wasn't that. He wanted it for Jamaica. That's what he said. And he said, he wanted to establish an industrial and educational institution to assist the youth on that island. And that's why he wanted to meet Booker T. Washington, because for him, and this is his words, not mine, he idolized Booker T. Washington. But when he got here, Booker T had transitioned. And so he wasn't able to, meet with him. But he asked the Negroes of the West Indies, he said, where is your Fred Douglass? Where is your Booker T? He said, you've had emancipation for over 78 years and you still have yet to produce a Booker T or Fred Douglass. He said, when he got here, he said, the American national life, if it wasn't for their consciousness, their race consciousness, he said he understood that we possessed that and that the diaspora did not. He said we have a unique race consciousness, and that's the Garvey, that I idolize. He told the truth when he first got here. Yeah. And he said they are of a unique, he didn't use the word lineage, I'm trying to remember, but in the realms of group of Black people, of all scattered Ethiopia, he said, we are the best here. That's why he came here, to be among the best. He said when he got here, he visited Boston, Chicago. He said California, all of these different
New York, Chicago, yeah.
Right, all of these different cities and states. And he said he saw leaders of industry. We had real estate, commercial real estate, banking. He said transportation. He saw all of that. And he said that we were superior in our race consciousness than everybody else. And today, January 15th, 2026, we still are. We still have a race consciousness that the diaspora does not have till this day. And how do I know that? Because when the U.S. Freedmen Project sent a letter to all groups in the state of New York who were either African, Latino, or Caribbean, just to offer a letter of support for lineage-based reparations for us. No money, no marching, just a letter of support. He didn't even get a response from over 100 groups. That's disgusting. And so that's why we standing back. And, as my grandmother used to say, you don't listen, you will feel. And now they are all feeling. And I'm sitting back on the couch eating popcorn. Good luck.
And they only getting a piece,
right?
Like I said, they ain't even getting no dog sick on them. So all you just getting is like 70 shit, like afterwards. You getting you still getting only a piece of the aftermath.
No dogs, no fire hoses, no legal drug off and hung in courtyards.
Yeah.
No, so I think New York said, but why K-Fighter? We're going to save that for Thorough Black Talk, because I want to break down the psychological issues that the diaspora have. I've sat with a couple of friends of mine who were therapists. I should have reached out to another cousin of mine who deals with the social work part of that, but you all are psychologically retarded. And listen, that's what the professionals say, and we're gonna break that down a little later. So after they leave over here, y'all come over there and we'll break it down.
That's right. That'll be 8:00 tonight. 8:00 tonight on YouTube. Thorough Black Talk Worldview. Tap in. Yeah, and I had to have her say that because it's to build on what you were saying about us already having these things here, watching other people watch us, because Booker T. Washington did build the school, taught the children the students how to build bricks to build the school.
Listen,
to be independent and self-sufficient.
We like, that's why I said people are like come here ignorant of the accomplishments, because when they get these inventions that say American, look at Donald Trump the other day. Nigga said all the shit that he said was invented by Black Americans. It wasn't invented by no fucking Americans. Everything he listed, bro, was invented by
I don't know
Americans. No, he was on the podium. You remember that shit, right? It was last week or week before, bro. He was talking about all the shit American invented. He said the stoplight, this, bro. And all of it was invented by Black Americans. So when you have these people that come over here and enjoy even certain technological shit that they enjoy, they don't understand, because people will say it's American invention, but they take the color away.
Right. Well, we know he does that intentionally
No,
because
no. What I'm
no, I
saying
know what
is
you're saying about the foreigners. Don't know.
yeah, they come in and they're already, and that's why, and they to see.
No, what I was speaking to was the dog whistle that he'll blow. Just
No.
Stand American.
We
Yeah,
already we know that, but we talking about, because we not speaking about him. He's a snow roach, so you know they not included in the conversation. We talking about our people. What these people is not getting is you don't know all the glorious things. Because I was watching two Brit dudes that was seeing all the inventions Black Americans made, and he was like, "Yo, why they don't show this, bruv? Why we don't, like, bruv? This, like, even this, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You know they shop. This is shit that they just learning. You know what I'm saying?
We couldn't stream right now if it wasn't for Black people, Black Americans.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, it's so much stuff that we made responsible for the world to enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say this real quick, Gutter, and this is what we're trying to explain to the immigrants. And I know you know this. This is for the viewing audience who may tune in just to learn something. This is what we're saying. We have, out of our own genius, we created resistance movement as well as technological advances. And many people don't notice, like the Brits don't notice. They say, why don't they X, Y, Z, whatever. Here's our thing to the migrants. Like the Latino woman said, we got to listen to these Black people. They know what they're talking about. We've been fighting this fight. A lot of people are Johnny-come-latelys, and they want the spoils of our efforts. But what they don't know is that the reason why we're going so hard right now, because this is a repeat of what we had in the civil rights movement. With us fighting so hard, getting those dogs sicked on us, fire hoses, everything. And remember, Kennedy was going to sign it. In fact, years ago, right, Gutter, we had this brother named Abraham Bolden. He's still alive. He was the first Black Secret Service agent. He wrote a book.
He was selected by Kennedy.
Yeah, he was selected by Kennedy, and he thwarted the assassination attempt a couple of times. It's something at Dealey Plaza. Do you remember the name, sis?
No, that's the dude that then they start making the majority of the Secret Service niggas off of him.
What with Abraham Bolden, and he's still alive too.
The dude that was protecting Kennedy, you know, that's when they start, like, after him, they start getting a bunch of niggas.
Right. More and more Black people. And the point I was going, right, was Kennedy was gonna sign the civil rights bill, but remember, he got deleted. And then it went down to Lyndon Baines Johnson. And he was like, yo, I'm going to sign this, but you got to include everybody else. Yeah, so my point is that we was getting our ass kicked. But then here come the Johnny-come-latelys, and they reap the benefits. So now fast forward to 2025, 60 years later, rather 2026, 60 years later, you fast forward, here it is. We're fighting for reparation. And here these Johnny-come-latelys again in our spaces saying they want some too. Say, yo, they shouldn't get nothing. But if they do, we want PC on that. Like, we get all the way the fuck out my face.
That be our argument when they go into political spaces. Because when you go into political spaces and you exclude Black Americans from shit you got going on for the community that you're representing. You know what I'm saying? But Black Americans are the reason that you can get the benefits that you're getting. That's what we be talking about. Like, if you coming over here, get on board. We all, like, that was our purpose. That's what they don't understand. Like, our purpose was to get you niggas over here so you can be part of the team. So we can take over this shit. This is what they not really getting. It's
and
like,
give them the skill to go back home and fight.
Not to be on no shit where we anti-white. It's gonna be some shit where we know we can provide justice for all people. Because if we go by history, we already know if you dealing with any people ruled under black people, or just go to the Moors in Spain, bro, and all those kingdoms within Europe where they white people were the majority, but the black people were the royalty in certain places. I'm not saying all over Europe, but I'm saying they had their kingdoms where it was a diverse kingdom. Of course, you had white people there, you had black people there, but it wasn't an all black kingdom. It wasn't an all white kingdom, but it was a diverse kingdom. And these people placed them there. It ain't had nothing to do with niggas came and killed everything. No, people placed them there so they knew, because they knew these people is going to deal with them honorably.
Right, based on character.
But based on justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, people is not going to get oppressed. So that's what we talking about, nigga. That's what we called y'all to take over, because you've been getting oppressed in this country. Now you can go back to your country, take over, kick the motherfuckers out, and now you living in paradise.
Yeah, that's what a Sergeant for Kwame Nkrumah did.
That
he came over here, learned, and went back to Africa and learned how to gain Ghana independence. Shout out to Paula P6I. No, we never heard of Malcolm X. Could you tell us about Malcolm X? Do none of you know about Malcolm X? No, we don't. Who is that?
Name a black person in. Oh man.
Yeah, we're not even gonna entertain that juvenile shit.
Once I seen,
they missed the whole point.
Yeah.
Again, a Johnny come lately, and that's my point. But we welcome you anyway, though. Welcome to the OG Wisdom Podcast. All comments are welcome, whether we agree or not.
Yeah,
you know. But this is the ignorance we talking about.
Yeah, I don't engage in stupidity though.
Do none of you know about Malcolm X? We done sat here talking about Sheikh Tadia, Dr. Ben just mentioned Kwame Nkrumah.
Well, like, that sounds like is gonna be something a negative comment about the elder. So
yeah,
you don't look how to do none of then the next name of we already know what that is. So
yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, the psychological retardation. That we know it's a serious thing. I know you laughing, but because you gotta laugh to keep from crying.
No, that's a snow.
Yeah, this is insane.
No, that's
and people will have this argument that, well, Malcolm such and such, he's FBA too. He didn't appear in this world by himself. Right. He has a mother, or had a mother and a father. His father was foundational Black American. It was his father that gave him the insight that he had, and his sister Ella. Again, a race consciousness that apparently you do not have.
Yeah, because
he was quite conservative.
He grew up. You got to remember, how was Malcolm when he got killed? 40
in his early 30s. Was he in 40s? I was about to say.
Yeah,
that mean he was born within the black codes.
Right. So, and remember, he was exceptionally smart.
See, people got to remember, it wasn't just your ancestries went through slavery. It was 100 years of the black codes, my nigga. Yeah. So if you grew up in America under that, nigga, you was under attack. Motherfuckers that look damn near white, people that did cross over to being white, even though they was black, and couldn't even talk to their people. That's how serious, or they'll get killed. That's how serious it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A motherfucker could be. We'll look at them and be like, "Yo, this is cracker." And then we'll hear them talk and be like, oh, no, that's one of us. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't chose to accept that, you know what I'm saying, off of that. Even though they not presenting as black, they choose to take that on because that's their bloodline. That's a Black American. You know what I'm saying? That's an FBA. It's like a person that's actually octoroon. But being that he or she had been classified as black, and they could go and cross over. You got to remember, Clark Gable crossover. It's a few actors, black and male and females that was crossovers. You know what I'm saying? That were actually of black descent, but crossed over and they fully Caucasoid. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
So
J. Edgar Hoover, Abraham Lincoln.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine their family that they have to completely disown in fear for their lives and their family life.
Right. Just by taking that position and saying anything against the oppressive system.
No, if you saying you white, if you black and you saying you white, you can't say nothing to your family. You can't associate with them no more. If you show any individuality, you can get killed or your family killed.
Yeah.
That passing shit was dangerous as well. That's what I'm saying. Is like that's a black, and then you had the ones that look white, but still, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, like they say, they know my mother is black, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to escape and try to act like I'm white somewhere else. I'm gonna still be black. That's what I was saying. That's a foundational black American. You know what I'm saying? We come in all shades. You know what I'm saying? We got all different ethnic
As
groups.
Adam Clayton Powell said, we come from charcoal to chalk. From blackest charcoal to lightest chalk. You know? Yeah. But we get ready to wind down. Gutter, do you have anything you want to just let loose on? You got any rants for the day? Because I know some things just be pissing you off.
Yeah.
Anything that pissed you off?
Ain't nothing really. It's just funny shit that been going on in politics and shit like that. This shit just been funny. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing particular. Because there ain't no new coons came out. Or
same old ones, right?
Or somebody that just says some crazy, outlandish shit. Like nobody said that recently outside of the shit, you know, dudes be saying on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
I see a lot of people are dragging Anton Daniels too. A lot of people are dragging him about the whole situation with him and Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, because he when you walked off and then did that, and he like, because you said, you did that, blah blah blah. He told you ain't say that again. But then he ended it off as like, you acting like a bitch, nigga. I talk to bitches like that. Blah blah blah. Get on, bitch ass nigga.
That's what you're supposed to spin around. Like, hold up, what?
That's what I'm saying. So you kind of like, you tried to call his bluff, but he kind of called your bluff right back. And when it all formulated and came down to it, you really ain't want the smoke. Then you back.
We're gonna have to tackle that too soon. You know, the immaturity.
Then you got online. Because I think what it was, like Corey, like in my opinion, I don't know either one of these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Well, not the brother or the coon American. Like they got to get their own classification. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the brother or the coon American, but I will say it looked like he was trying to hold his composure. He shook bro hand, boo, 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 boo. And tried to like, all right, I'm gonna try to salvage this shit, blah, blah, blah. And once he got right back into the question of you never say shit about no white men.
White folks.
No, white men.
He danced around.
He was good to say the white liberal
the white women.
He ain't saying white MAGA women, or he just only sticking to white liberal. Bro, we know two sides of one coin. You know what I'm saying? So get the fuck out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
our brother Kevin got a question real quick. What are y'all thoughts on the Black Panthers marching to protect the illegals?
Like I said, I'm conflicted.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. If the new Black Panther Party say they emulate the original Black Panther Party, what part of the game is this? At what time were they holding weapons, protecting illegals? Where? And this is what I'm saying. People reinventing stories, reinventing culture, reinventing lineage. It's crazy.
I'm glad we all on the same page with that.
I like what she said. They are CIA ops from its leadership on down. And I'll tell them in his face, he that.
Yeah. And when I hear them talk, I hear that old school rhetoric. You know, the cadence, the pitch, the tone, it all sound rehearsed and scripted. It's like, come on, man. Where's an original thought?
That's why I said, Tad, these people are cultists.
I only seen, like, the only joint I seen was, I think they was in Philly.
Yeah.
They was in Philly. And the little black kid had got jumped on. But I'm like,
I didn't see that. I saw them respond on the
corner, but he was talking about it. Like, I didn't see no instances of the black kid getting harmed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was saying. No, y'all ain't gonna keep, oppressing the little kids in this neighborhood, blah blah blah. Then I seen the other joint where he was talking about the Mexican Revolution and the Alamo, and they went to the Alamo in Texas. That's the bozo shit. Like, I ain't get that one. Like, the Alamo in Texas. Like, what the fuck does that have? All right, we know history. We know their first president was black.
Who in Mexico?
Yeah, Guerrero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black and indigenous.
I ain't too much up on Mexican politics.
No, black and indigenous. I'm talking about just knowing the history, just knowing the history of black people. It's like, what that got to do with anything? Like that, that means nothing. Like, you talking about a time when we were still enslaved. So what the, like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's talk about the realities of when the realities of since I would say the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, don't get it twisted. We had that on and off alliance. You know what I'm saying? But it would be a certain set of the population of them, which is the majority, that want to ally with the white supremacist construct, and it was the minority of them that were fighting as far as seeing all of us as one. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, they coming from under Spanish colonialism. So you got the machismo, the la raza, which is, blacks is at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got Spaniards, Creoles, which is white people born there. Then you got the mestizo, and we on the bottom.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to K-Lab M3B. You should have came here earlier, so we could entertain your stupidity for a hot minute.
Ex-slaves who gave you every modern convenience you have, including the light,
ex-slave
that you lose. Knock it off.
We gave United States the
it's freedom,
the economic, political, and military power that they own today.
Not to mention their government structure.
Let's not get it fucked up. Because if it wasn't for
this person late to class, we already covered all this shit.
They weren't able to build, steal all that land out west.
Look, this person is late to class. They get a demerit. They come in here with these juvenile questions. Get serious. Read a book. With power. Probably trying to be like us now. If Section 8 stops, FBA's.
Nobody get more Section 8 than your group. You're an immigrant. You're a fleer. You fled from your homeland. Your parents, your grandparents fled from their homeland because they're cowards. And you're a coward.
Listen, come to Thorough Black Talk Worldview at 8 p.m.
Listen, I'm telling you, them is snow roaches, man.
Yeah. But you know what, Gutter, it's something I learned. Still move the algorithm. Run it up.
Right?
Run
Run
it
it
up.
up, you idiot. Keep
Run
going.
it up.
We like it. We
Run
love
it
the
up.
trolls. Come on, we love
That's
the
right.
trolls.
We
They
welcome
brought
you.
Travel Fox back out. Nigga, I'm ain't wearing no fucking Travel Fox. You got your fucking mind, my nigga. Yo, they brought Travel Fox back out. Fuck no, my nigga. That's a negative. Hell no. Fuck out of here.
Oh man, y'all, it's 10 minutes to 8. You know, we got to get ready to switch channels in a few minutes. What's some of the things y'all want to lead the people with? Sister K Fighter.
Use your brain. Use your brain. That's all I'm going to tell you. Use your brain. In 2026, if you're still dumb as a box of rocks, matter of fact, that's an insult to a box of rocks that you have to ask ridiculous questions. You know, you're probably living in a basement in your mama's house and it smell like dead cats. So move on over to Thorough Black Talk. We out of here. I gotta go.
Sister, see you in a few minutes. Yo, everybody rocking out with us, man. Hit that like button. In fact, you could drop your location, rep your city, rep your town. If you're an immigrant, rep your country, K-Lap. You know, rep your state. If you from West Virginia or whatever's.
Oh, don't shit
Gutter,
on
what's
West
some of the
Virginia.
things?
I got don't shit on West Virginia.
Yeah. Nah, we like West Virginia.
Yeah.
But
Especially-
what you want to lead the people with?
My people from Beckley, nigga. I got some people
All right.
from Beckley. No, we ain't gonna shit on West Virginia now. Even though that shit is the mountains and there are hillbillies. that shit is filled with hillbillies. I was in prison in West Virginia as well, so.
Okay. But what's some of the things you want to lead the people with?
Yeah, like the reason I just like reiterate the reason why we stepped back. You know what I'm saying? Because people didn't, the immigrant class, the non-white immigrant class that we've been trying to tell for over 60 years hasn't been listening. And I think the Black community thought we was having some headway. And when we told them that dealing with this dude is gonna take all that headway away and shit gonna get fucked up for y'all, they target us anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we already knew it was gonna get fucked up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when they didn't listen, that was the last straw. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for the most part, Black Americans was like, and we've been seeing the internet is a hell of a place, because we know these people that hate, that's not the majority of the diaspora in the continent. We know that's not the majority of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just people. We understand too that anti-Black, especially Black American, is profitable.
Right.
So people do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason we step back. But this to my FBA people, you know what I'm saying? Or my pro-Black people, don't let these crackers use our talking points, my nigga.
Word.
Do not let the snow roaches culturally appropriate our talking points, and y'all niggas putting these shit on the internet, my nigga. That's a bad look, my nigga. Yeah, I don't know if people really realize that. Nah, because you know, I'm seeing you. I know I'm quite sure you seeing people putting the white people is now telling other Black people that they not FBA, and nah, my nigga, they not in the conversation.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. We keep allowing other people in our fucking conversations. This is between us and our other family members. These people is not part of the family. So how is we allowing these people outside of our village speaking in our village? You know what I'm saying? We got to watch out for that, my nigga. Even though we trying to prove a point, stop using like, because this is what people do. Oh, you don't want to listen to me, listen to the white man. Nah, stop doing that. I hate that, my nigga. That is some of the corniest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? That is
Yeah.
some of the corniest shit ever. Stop using the white man to validate shit.
Or I'm gonna let you have that last word right there. Stop letting these people validate.
Yeah, that was my little rant.
There you go. Well, family, we definitely want to thank y'all for rocking out with us tonight. We be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Same bad time, same bad channel. We want to thank everybody, the newcomers, the OGs like Sister Aruba, our brother Seven Fitness, our brother Kev Olsen,
the Snow Roaches.
Yeah, Paula P6I.
Pull up.
Definitely our brother New York. Spread love, Simbo in the house.
And anybody that happen to come in here and follow
shout out to Tiger.
And you don't like what I'm saying, nigga, unfollow me, please. The fuck out of here. I don't want you in my shit anyway.
Yeah. But again, family, we want y'all. The party's not over. We want y'all to go over the Thorough Black Talk Worldview on YouTube. All right. We see y'all tomorrow. Stay up, stay blessed, stay true. Peace.
UPS